Here I am at a Greek ATM on Monday afternoon and it's quiet. Let's just run through how we got here and where next. So the Greeks were in negotiations with their lenders. The deadline is tomorrow to conclude a deal or they're in default to the IMF. And on Friday, the Greeks basically had had enough. They weren't getting anywhere with the demands of the lenders. They knew what they were being offered couldn't be sold to their own people, even to some of the centrist parties in their own parliament. So they left the talks and called a referendum. That referendum is due next Sunday, and the referendum is, do you want to accept the austerity being offered by the IMF and ECB, or will you reject it? Now, this is being interpreted in two ways. A lot of people are saying, okay, well, this means Greece is on an inevitable path to exit from the Eurozone and default on its debt, by which they mean a kind of hard, aggressive default, which says, we're not going to pay it back. I think that's wrong. I've been speaking to some of the leaders of Syriza, this far left party which runs Greece, and it's clear to me their intention is to strengthen their own hand in further negotiations. The example they use is Ireland, when Ireland rejected the Lisbon Treaty in a referendum and there were tweaks made to it, and lo and behold, the next time they had a referendum, it passed. They think there is a precedent for going armed with a popular mandate into further negotiations, and I'm pretty clear that what they're seeking is a deal. A hard, but they would see fairer than being offered budget and some debt relief. They want 27 billion of ECB bonds swapped so they don't cost Greece so much to service the debt. I think if the popular pressure pushes the lenders and the government and the politicians that way, there is still the chance of a deal before the referendum. However, by choosing this referendum course, Syriza has effectively done what they call in Greece a rupture. They have ruptured with their lenders. They have broken the negotiations effectively. The atmosphere is terrible. They're being accused of betrayal, etc., etc. And of course, the political opposition here, the centre and the centre-right in politics, are really mobilising people to say, you know, you're ruining the country. The business groups are saying, you're ruining the country. Actually, the country is already 25% ruined by the austerity. And while a lot of newly arriving journalists will be flabbergasted at the fact that you can't get more than 60 euros out of one of these ATMs if you can find it open, of course, many young Greeks survive on 400 euros a month. 60 euros a day would clean their accounts out within a week. That's the problem when you impose long-term austerity on a country like this. Is there economic chaos? There's economic dislocation, for sure. It's a Monday afternoon, so the shops are closed early anyway. Banks being closed is one thing. There is electronic trading, there is e-banking, there is PayPal, etc. So it's not a complete shutdown yet, but we'll see, because the Cypriot bank holiday and eventual bail-in, where people lost some of their savings, did take more than a week until the true economic implications of having ration money and closed banks actually kicked in. I'll be video blogging every day while this lasts here in Athens. Join me tomorrow.